See, in the last lecture, we have taken the problems on Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over entire domain, right? So in this lecture, we will cover the problems on Rayleigh-Ritz method, okay? Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element, okay? So in this lecture, we will take the problems which are based on Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element, right? So let's see the problem first. What is given? Okay, so problem is like this: develop the finite element equation. Develop the finite element equation. Develop the finite element equation for the most general element, for the most general element, using Rayleigh-Ritz method, using Rayleigh-Ritz method. See, this method, it is also known as RR method, that is Rayleigh-Ritz method. Using Rayleigh-Ritz method for the mathematical model, for the mathematical model,
Screen not visible, sir.
for the mathematical model, d by dx of, for the mathematical model, d by dx of AE, see, d by dx of AE du by dx, AE du by dx is equal to 0, is equal to 0. For x, okay, for x, I will write down for x, which is less than or equal to 12 or greater than or equal to 0, or greater than or equal to 0. Take linear element, take linear element, use Lagrangian, linear shape functions, use Lagrangian linear shape functions, use Lagrangian linear shape functions, use the following data, use the following data to solve global equation, use three elements, A is equal to 0.1 meter square, A is equal to 0.1 meter square for each element, E is equal to 100 gigapascal. E is equal to 100 gigapascal. U at x is equal to 0 is equal to 0. This is given. Okay. See, try to understand the problem. P is equal to external force. P is equal to external force, and that is equal to 10 kilonewton. That is equal to 10 kilonewton. Find the displacement at the node. Find the displacement at the node. Find the displacement at the nodes, and the forces. Okay, now see what is the problem given, all of you. See what they're asking. See, we are basically solving the problems on Rayleigh-Ritz method, which is mapped over general element, right? Which is mapped over a general element. So what is the problem? Develop the finite element equation, right? So what is finite element equation? We need to develop EME, right? We need to develop element matrix equation. Okay, and what they have given? They have given the governing differential equation. What is a mathematical model? It's a governing differential equation. So from this governing differential equation, we need to develop a element matrix equation, right? We need to develop element matrix equation. Okay, what is the element matrix equation for bar under axial load? Okay, it is AE by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 U1 U2 is equal to F1 F2, right? This is the element matrix equation for bar under axial load. But from where it is derived? It is derived from this equation. It is been derived from this equation. Okay, so we need to first derive that element matrix equation. Okay, and from where we are going to derive it? We are going to derive it from this governing differential equation. Is it okay? So see, they have given one diagram also. They have given some diagram also. Okay, so this is the diagram which is given. See, you might feel that, so the problem, it is very lengthier one, right? See this diagram. See, this is the diagram which is given. This is the diagram which is given. Okay, you have this bar. Okay, see, a stepped bar, horizontal bar. Okay, where it is fixed at this node. So displacement is 0. Displacement at x is equal to 0 is 0. Here x is 0, right? Now see, all of you, this is the diagram given, right? So see, now we need to start deriving this equation. We need to start deriving the element matrix equation. So from where we will get it? We will get from this governing differential equation, right? Now see, if you all of you see there is one concept of global coordinate system and local coordinate system. Okay, there is one concept of global coordinate system and local coordinate system. Okay, so what I'm going to do, see this total length. See, what is the total length of this problem? What is the total length of this problem? It is 0 to 12. Okay, this is the total length. Okay, so see here, this total length is 12. This total length is 12, right? This total length is 12 centimeter. This is 12 centimeter. Okay, this total length is 12 centimeter, right? This is total length is 12 centimeter. So I will write down as, okay, 0.12 meter. Okay, this is 0.12 meter. See this. Here x is 0. Here x is 0. Okay, here x is 12. Here x is 12. That means total length of the element is 12, right? Total length of the element is 12, right? Now see, all of you, what they're asking, take linear element. Take linear element. Use Lagrangian linear shape function. Use Lagrangian linear shape function. So what is that? I will let you know. See, take linear element and use Lagrangian shape function. This you are not understood, right? I will let you know when I will start deriving. Use the following data to solve the equation. Use the following data to solve the equation. Use 3 elements. Use 3 elements. Okay. So what I will do? See what I will do. See, this is my fixed support. This is my fixed support. Is it okay? This is my fixed support. And I will divide this into 3 elements. I will divide into 3 elements. Okay, of the same size, right? I will divide this into 3 elements of same size. Okay, then what is the size of each element? Tell me.
0.4. 0.4.
Okay, it is 0.04, na?
Yes.
Yes or no? What is the size of each element? It is 0.04. Okay, 0.04.
सर 3 एलिमेंट में क्यों डिवाइड करेंगे?
See, it is given in the problem. I am not using. See, what they are saying, use 3 elements.
Okay.
I'm not doing. See, it is mentioned. See, I'm explaining you every line which is written. First, what is the first given? They have given the equation. Now you don't know what is to be done with the equation. That you don't know. That I will let you know. Okay. Then they have given x is 0 and x is L. So at this point x is 0 and at this point x is L. That is 12 centimeter. Okay. At this point x is 0 and at this point x is 12. That means what is the length? It's 12 meter, right? Take linear element. Okay, what is that? I will let you know. Use Lagrangian linear shape function. That again I will let you know. Okay, use following data to solve the global equation. Okay, use 3 elements. So I have taken these as the 3 elements. Okay, I know the area of every element. A is known for each element. E is also known, and this u is 0 when x is 0. That means this is fixed at one end. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay or not? And what force they applied? What force they applied? Okay, some force they applied here, right? Yes or no? They applied how much? 10 kilonewton. Is it okay? They applied 10 kilonewton. Now,
10
see,
kilonewton.
now solve this problem. See, if you need to solve this problem, you should know element matrix equation. Yes or no? Whether you know element matrix equation here, whether you know element matrix equation. Because we don't know from where or from which field this problem belongs, that we don't know. So from this equation we should calculate EME, right? So we are interested to calculate governing element matrix equation from governing differential equation. So if you solve the governing differential equation by Rayleigh-Ritz method, it will give you EME. Okay, so what is in between? You have RR method. So if you solve governing differential equation by RR method, it will give you EME, right? Have you understood? Have you understood or not?
Understood,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me call this as node number 1. Let me call this as node number 2. This is node number 3. This is node number 4. Okay. Node number 1, node number 2, node number 3, node number 4. I don't know EME. Okay. So what I will do, I will take any one of the element. I will let me take this as the element. I will just take this most general element, and that element I will call as E. I will call this element as E. It is a most general element, because this element will have the properties as like other elements, right? This element will have the properties like all other elements. Is it okay? Okay, so I just consider this element. I consider this element. Okay, I will just consider this element. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Just consider this element.
एलिमेंट मतलब
हाँ.
कुछ भी ले सकते हैं ना, 1 to 2 भी ले सकते हैं.
Right. See, you can take this as also element. You can take this also element. You can take this also as an element. You can take any element. I'm just taking this element. This element I will call this as E element, right? This element I will call this as element number E, right? Now see what I'm telling to you, right? See, if you want, you can take this as an element for the reference. Also, you can take this. You can also take this. See, because if you see any element, it will have the same properties, right? So I will call that element as a most general element, E. Okay, I will call that element as a most general element, E. What is the length of the element? It is LE. Try to understand. What is the length of the element? It's LE, right? Is it clear? Now see, all of you, if you measure the location of this node with respect to this node, is it okay? Is it called? It is called as. I will write down here. Okay, let me write down here. See, if you measure the location of any node with respect to this point, it is called as local coordinate system. Is it okay? If you measure the location of this node with respect to this node, it is called as local. Why it is called as local? Because if you see this node, or if you see this node, see all of you, If I ask you what is the location of this node with respect to this node, that means it is local. But if I ask you what is the location of this node with respect to this node, it is called as global. Understood? Understood or not? Let me know. If I ask you what is the location of this point with respect to this point, so this point, it is basically local to this particular point. That's why it is called as local coordinate system. If you talk about the location of this node with respect to this point, okay, so this point, it is basically lying outside the element. So this becomes the global coordinate system. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Is it okay or not? Okay. Yes or no? So see, what is the distance between global and local? That distance I will call as XA. This is the distance between global and coordinate system, global and local coordinate system. Try to understand. If you measure the location of this node, okay, with respect to this node, it is called as local coordinate system. Simple. Let me explain you. Okay. If I ask you, okay, what is the location of your hand with respect to your eyes? Okay, what is the location of your hand with respect to eyes? It is local coordinate system. Okay, but if I ask you what is the location of your hand with respect to TV, okay, which is been kept in front of you, so this is called as global coordinate system. Is it okay? Is it okay now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now see, whenever it is global coordinate system, yes.
सर वो लोकल और ग्लोबल को सर इंक्रीमेंटल और एब्सोल्यूट भी बोल सकते हैं ना?
See, not incremental. See, what I can tell you is, see, if you are measuring the location of any point with respect to the point which is basically lying on the same element, it is called as global. Okay, but if you are measuring the location of any point, okay, with respect to the point which is lying outside the element or outside the domain, it is called as global. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so see, this is global. Global, it is always indicated by X bar. See here, global, it is indicated by X bar. Okay, but if you talk about local, it is indicated by X. Okay, global, it is indicated by X bar. See, global coordinate system is, it is indicated by X bar, and local coordinate system is, it is indicated by X. Okay, so what is the distance between X? X is equal to, see, if X is equal to what? XA plus X bar. Is it okay? XA plus X bar. Yes or no? See, how will you get local position? You need to add this distance, because there is a distance between, what is the distance between global and local? It is XA. Okay, so if you want local position, okay, local position, you need to have what? You need to have what? Tell me. Are you able to get it or not? See here. Otherwise, what I will do, I will call, see, if I will call this local, let me call this local as X bar. Okay, let me call this local as X bar, and let's call this as X as A. Okay, global as X. See here, I will call this local coordinate system as X bar, and I will call this global coordinate system as X. So what is the location of, see, what is the location or what is the global location? It is XA plus X bar. Is it okay? See, this is X bar, this is X bar, and this is XA. So this is XA plus X bar. It will give you the total, that is global system. Is it okay now?
Okay, sir.
See, if I ask you what is a global position, so you need to add this XA and this is X bar. So XA plus X bar will give you X. That is the global. Is it okay now?
Sir, local सिर्फ X bar है और global XA plus X bar है.
Global, right. Local is X bar and global is XA plus X bar, because what is the distance between X and X bar? It is XA. See here, What is the distance? See, here it is global, that is x, and here it is local, that is x bar. So what is the distance between x and x bar? It is xa. Distance between x and x bar is xa, right? Is it okay?
Okay, sir, got it.
Now see, if you take the derivative of x, if I take the derivative of x, what is the derivative of x? This x is a constant value, and derivative of x bar is dx bar. Is it okay? Derivative of x bar is dx bar, right? Yes or no? Let me know. Is it okay or not? Right? So wherever I
Yes,
have this,
sir.
see, if you see this equation, it is in the form of dx. Okay, it is in the form of dx. So I will write down that equation as dx bar, right? See, I will write down that equation as dx bar. So I will write down that equation as d by dx bar of, okay, AE. See how I'm writing AE. What is, see here it is not E as written. This is for element number E. That's why I mean AE, then EE, right? EE, then DUE by dx bar, DUE by dx bar, okay, is equal to 0. Is it okay? Instead of x, you write down x bar, and this area of what element, E of what element, displacement of what element, right? So that is what is written here. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. See, we are basically deriving an equation. Right? So see, now what I will write down here is, see, the equation, you might feel that equation is complex, right? But it is not that way. Okay, so see here. So we'll start the solution now. Now see, what are the solution that we are going to assume? It's an approximate solution. So let u E is equal to u approximate, as we usually do in Rayleigh method. We are assuming this as an approximate solution. Okay. See, if you can just scroll back to the last lecture, you can understand. Initially, we are writing this as an approximate solution. So what happens is that this d by dx bar of AE EE DUE by dx bar will not equal to 0. See here you are written it as equal to 0, but when you write down its approximate solution, okay, when you write down it as an approximate solution, your right hand side is not equal to 0. Is it okay? So if your right hand side is not equal to 0, we will call this term as a residue. Understood? Yes or no? When its right side is not equal to 0, okay, there is some error, and that error we call it as residue. Now we are interested in making residue to be equal to 0. Okay, so I will write down our weighted residual equation. What is our weighted residual equation? Tell me, what is our weighted residual equation, all of you? What is our weighted residual equation? What is that?
Integration
0 is
on
equal to
WI
integration on
R dx.
WI into R into dx, right? This is our weighted residual equation. See, every step which we are done in the last lecture for Rayleigh rates, same I am repeating, right? So I will put this here. So 0 is equal to integration. Okay, 0 is equal to integration. Now I need to give the limit. For the integration. Okay, this I am writing for a element, right? Writing for the element. So what is the length of the element? It's LE. What is the length of the element? Is LE. So here I will have x as 0, and here I will have x as LE, right? So limits for the integration will be 0 to LE. Understood or not? Let me know. See, 0 to LE is the length of the element, right? What is LE? LE, it is nothing but the length of the element. So when you measure its length, okay, what is the value of x here? It's 0. And what is the value of x here? It's LE, right? Yes or no? See, what is the length of the element? It's LE. So what is the value of x here? Is 0. What is the value of x here? Is LE, right? Understood? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So into weight function are written as it is into R. Now this value of R I need to write down. d by dx of AE EE DUE by dx bar Okay, see weight function into r into dx. See, now you might feel that, sir, why we are solving? When we'll get the answer na, from that you will understand. So 0 to LE weight function into r into dx. Now tell me how to do. Now see, here I have written dx, but I can't write down dx here. It's a dx bar, right? Dx bar, everywhere I need to write down dx bar, because dx is dx bar, right? Now let's solve it. Let's solve this equation. So 0 is equal to, now tell me, what is the integration of this one? What is the integration of uv dx? Tell me, what is the integration? See, this is nothing but integration of u into v dx, right? Just or no? Tell me, what is the integration of uv dx? Tell, what is the integration of uv dx?
U as it
Can
is,
anyone tell?
U as it is, integration of V.
Right. First term into integration of second. What is the integration of second? Tell me. It is AE, EE, DUE by dx bar. Okay. First into integration of second. Is it okay? For the limit 0 to LE, right? Minus integration. Okay. Derivative of first. Okay. Derivative of first into integration of second. Into integration of second. Into dx. Yes or no? Let me know. Is it okay or not? First into integration of second minus integration derivative of first into integration of second dx. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have integrated it, right? Now you have integrated it. Now you need to give the limits. Okay. So how will you give the limit? 0 is equal to this when LE and this when LE minus this when 0 and this when 0, right? So I'll write down here weight function. Okay, I'll write down here term by term. I will write down. Okay, this I will write down at weight function at LE, weight function at LE. Okay, into this term, right? Into this term, that is AE, EE, DUE by dx bar when x bar is equal to LE, right? Yes or no? Minus this when 0, right? Weight function when 0 into AE, EE, DUE by dx bar when x bar is equal to 0. Is it okay? Yes or no? Yes or no? See, this total term when
Yes, sir.
LE minus this total term when 0, right? Minus this term I need to write down as it is. Minus this term I need to write down as it is. Okay. So all of you can see this, right? You can see this. See, area and E are constant values, so that I can take it out. Right? Can I take these values out? So I will take out this value AE, EE. These are the constant value. I will take it out. So what is remaining? It's 0 to LE, 0 to LE, dwi by dx bar, dwi by dx bar into due by dx bar into dx bar. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay or not? Let me know. Right? So what I'll do basically, I'll just bring this term on the left hand side. I'll just bring this term on the left hand side. So it becomes plus, right? So I'll write down here. See, you try to understand. When you will get the answer at that time, okay, you will understand why we are doing AEEE 0 to LE dwi by dx bar into due by dx bar into dx bar, right? This minus, it becomes plus here, right? And these two terms I will write down like this. This term, all of you see how I'm writing this term. See, I just bring this left hand side, so this becomes plus. Okay, now this term I will write down initially. I will write down like this weight function at 0, and this minus sign I'm giving to this particular term, right? So I will write down here minus AE EE DUE by dx bar when x bar is equal to 0, right? Is it okay or not? And this value again, and this value plus
Yes, sir.
WI LE and this value AE EE DUE by dx bar when x bar is equal to LE. When x bar is equal to LE. Is it okay? When x bar is equal to LE. Here it is LE. Is it okay or not? Let me know. This x bar is equal to LE. Clear? So whether these two equations are one and same? Whether these two equations are one and same? Yes or no?
sir.
Okay. So what I will do, I will call this term as some value. I'll call this term as F1E. See, I will call this term as F1E. So I'll be able to write down the equation like this. AE EE 0 to LE dWI by dx bar into DUE by dx bar into dx bar is equal to weight function at 0 into, I will call this as F1E, plus this is weight function at LE. I will call this as F2E. Is it okay? This is F1E, this is F2E. Right? Understood or not? Let me know. Understood or not? Clear? Is it okay or not? See, now we are interested
Yes,
to
sir.
solve this equation. We need to solve this equation. See, initially we have taken this equation. What is the degree of this equation? It's a second order. See here. What is the degree of this particular equation? It's a second order differential equation, right? This is a second order differential equation. We have applied the, why it is second order? See that what d by dx of du by dx. That means it is d square u by dx square, right? D square u by dx square. So this is basically second order differential equation. We have reduced its degree to what? Half. We have reduced its degree to what? Half. So it's a first order differential equation, right? Now we will solve it, right? We will solve this equation. We'll solve this equation. Is it okay? Now we'll solve this equation. Okay. So here what we required U, we required W, we required W. Okay. So see what is given? Take linear function, take linear element. What is linear element? That means the element with the two nodes. So see, whatever the element we have taken that element with how many nodes? Two nodes. Is it okay or not? What is the meaning of linear element? The element with two nodes, that is called as linear. The element with three nodes, it is called as quadratic. Okay, so if you want, I will write down here. What is linear element? Try to understand. This is linear. Is it okay? This is linear. Okay, what is quadratic? Try to understand. What is quadratic? The element with three nodes, it is called as quadratic. What is cubic? Okay, so the element with four nodes, it is called as cubic. Is it okay? Yes or no? Let me know. So we have taken every element as a linear element because this element, every element will have two nodes. So that is okay, linear element. And what they are saying, use Lagrangian linear shape function. So what is the meaning of Lagrangian shape function? Is here UE is equal to 1 minus x bar by LE, 1 minus x bar by LE, U1E plus x bar by LE U2E. See, this is the meaning of Lagrangian linear shape function, right? This is the meaning of what? Lagrangian linear shape function. See, where this term, it is called as N1. All of you see here, this term. See, I will write down this as, this is called as N1 U1 plus this is called as N2 U2. Okay, N2 U2. Is it okay? This is N1, this is N2, and where this N1 and N2, they are called as shape functions. Now you might feel that, sir, from where you have derived this equation. Listen, what is U? It's a displacement. U is a displacement. Okay, so see What is the displacement at this node? It is u1. What is the displacement at this node? It is u2. Let's consider that this element, it is between node 1 and 2. Let's consider that this element, it is between node 1 and 2. Okay. So if I ask you what is the displacement at this particular point, what is the displacement at this particular point? How will you calculate? It is 1 minus x bar by LE u1e plus x bar by LE u2e. So that is displacement at node 1 and displacement at node 2. Okay. See, from where this equation is derived, I will let you know in the next lecture. When we'll start with the shape functions. So now only you understand. Whenever it is Lagrangian shape function, we need to have this equation for u as 1 minus x bar by LE u1e plus x bar by LE u2e. Okay. See, this equation, it is for linear element, because for linear element there are two nodes, so you are getting two displacements. There are two nodes, so you are getting two displacements. So what is first weight function? Shape function 1 minus x bar by LE u1e and x bar by LE u2. X bar by LE u2e. Understood? So see, in case of a Rayleigh-Ritz method, weight functions are equal to shape functions. See, understood this value? Have you understood this value? u1e is equal to 1 minus x bar by LE u1e plus x bar by LE u2e. Is it okay? Is it okay
Yes.
or not? From where this equation is derived, I will let you know when we'll see the shape functions for linear element, quadratic element, cubic element. Okay. Because see, when we have started with assembly problems and you have used the EME, but you don't know from where the EME has been arrived, right? So EME is being arrived by solving this governing differential equation that we are solving it now. So when we will end with this problem, okay, we will able to calculate the value of EM, right? So see, UE you are written. Now I need to write down DUE by dx bar. So tell me, what is the DUE by dx bar? What is the derivative of this with respect to x bar? Tell me, what is the derivative of this with respect to x bar? Tell me. Is it okay? Is it the derivative of this with respect to x bar? Is it okay or not? I need to differentiate this equation with respect to x bar. So is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Right? See, why you require derivative of
Yes,
u?
sir.
For derivative of u, see, why? See, for calculating derivative of u, you required u. So we have written this value of u. Okay, and then we have taken its derivative. Next, we require weight functions, right? Weight functions. So here, weight functions are equal to shape functions. Try to understand. W1 is equal to N1. And what is N1? 1 minus x bar by LE. Similarly, W2 is equal to N2. Okay, that is x bar by LE. Weight functions are equal to shape functions here. We required weight functions. We required derivative of weight function, right? So what is dW1 by dx? What is the derivative of first weight function with respect to x? Tell me. What is the derivative of this with respect to x bar? Tell me. What is the derivative of this with respect to x bar?
minus 1 upon L.
minus 1 upon
Right, minus 1 by LE. Now tell me, what is the derivative of this with respect to x bar?
1 upon
Plus.
L.
Right, 1 by LE. Now, right? Now tell me, what is this weight function W2 when you put x as 0? Sorry, W1 when you put x as 0. W1 when you put x as 0.
1.
If you put x 0, what you will get? 1. Now this, what is the value of W1 when you put x bar as LE? You put x bar as LE.
0.
Follow? 0, right? Now tell me this weight function W2 when x bar is 0. X bar is 0. It's a 0, right? And what is this W2 when x bar is equal to LE?
1.
Is it okay? Yes or no? See, you just take first derivative of this. So it will come minus 1 by LE. Derivative of this, it's 1 by LE. Because I need these values to be put in this equation. Next, what is it? This weight function when you put x is equal to 0. So when you put x is 0, its value is 1. When you put x is LE, its value is 0. Now here, when you put x is 0, its value is 0. When you put x bar as LE, its value is 1, right? Is it okay? Let me know. Is it okay or not? Let me know. Immediately let me know.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Right?
Yes,
Now see, we need to put this value in this equation, right? We need to put this value in this equation. So let me call this as some equation number 1. Okay. So what I will do, I will write down the equation number 1 for first weight function. See, this is very important now. Okay, AE, EE, 0 to LE. I will write down for first weight function. So dW1 by dx bar. See, I'm not writing I. Now I am writing 1. Okay, dW1 by dx bar into due by dx bar is equal to W1 when 0. See, I'm writing initially 1. Then I will write down 2. Then this is F1E plus W1 LE into F2E. Understood or not? Let me know. Is this equation clear? We are writing for
Yes,
first
sir,
weight
clear.
function. We have written this for first weight function. Okay. So now I will write down AE, EE, 0 to LE. See, now this is very important step which we are going. Now, derivative of first weight function with respect to x bar. What is that? Derivative first with weight function with respect to x bar. What is that? Tell me.
-1 upon LE.
Minus 1 by LE. What is due by dx bar? See here, this one, na? Yes or no? It is minus 1 by LE U1E plus 1 by LE U2E. Is it okay? Yes or no? Is it okay? Into dx bar here. So is equal to into dx bar is equal to what is first weight function when x is 0? Weight function when x is 0. Tell me. It's 1, na? 1 into
Yes.
F1E plus what is first weight function when x is LE?
0.
0. Understood or not? Let me know. Understood?
Yes,
Huh.
sir.
So what I will do here is AE, EE. Now tell me, here it is minus 1 by LE, here it is minus 1 by LE. Can I take minus 1 by LE common from these two brackets? Tell me.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
take minus 1 by LE common here? So if I
Yes.
take it minus 1 by LE common and this minus 1 by LE, I will get 1 by LE square. Bolo.
yes, sir, correct.
So what is remaining? 0 to LE. What is remaining? 0 to LE. U1E minus U2E. See here. Into dx bar is equal to F1E. Is it okay or not? I am taking minus LE common. Okay. So here the minus sign will go. So this is minus U2E. Understood?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. So see here it is AE, EE by LE square, right? And this U1E minus U2E, again, it will come out of the integration. What is remaining? It's 0 to LE dx bar is equal to F1E Understood? Yes or no? Now see here. So what you will get? AE, EE by LE square, AE, EE by LE square, okay, into U1E minus U2E, right? And now what is this? What is the integration of dx bar? Tell me. It is x bar, na? For limit 0 to LE. Is it okay? So is equal to F1. Understood? Right? So what is this? See, I am writing each and every step. AE, EE by LE square, AE, EE by LE square, U1E minus U2E, right? It is, what is this? LE minus 0, na? Yes or no? Is equal to F1E. So what equation you are getting? AE, EE. See, this LE get cancelled, divide by LE, right? Into U1E minus U2E is equal to F1E. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now same equation we will write down for second weight function, right? Same equation I will write down by taking second weight function. So tell me how to write. AE, EE, 0 to LE, right? dW2 by dx bar, dW2 by dx bar into dUE by dx bar into dx bar is equal to second weight function. See this equation I'm writing by taking second weight function W2 when 0 F1E plus second weight function when W2 is equal to LE into F2E. Is it okay? Yes or no? I am writing with the second weight function. Now just fastly tell me what values you get. AE, EE, 0 to LE, 0 to LE. What is dW2 by dx bar? dW2 by dx bar. What is that? Tell me. 1 by LE, right? What is dUE by dx bar? dUE by dx bar. This is the bracket, right? So this is minus 1 by LE into U1E plus 1 by LE into U2E, right? Into dx bar, right? Is equal to W2 when 0, W2 when 0, it's 0. So 0 into F1E plus W2 when LE, W2 when LE, it's 1. So 1 into F2E. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, what we'll do, AE, EE I will take. Now I will take here 1 by LE common. 1 by LE, if I take common, what I will get? Okay, 1 by LE square. Yes or no? If I take 1 by LE common here, so this 1 by LE, it's 1 by LE square. So what is remaining? It's 0 to LE. Okay, minus U1E plus U2E, minus U1E plus U2E. Okay, into dx bar is equal to F2E. Is equal to F2. Is it okay? Yes or no? So this is
Yes, sir.
AE, EE by LE square, AE, EE by LE square. Again, this minus U1E plus U2E will go outside. What is remaining? It's 0 to LE dx bar is equal to F2E. Is it okay? Let me know. So I'll write down AE, EE by LE square. Okay, minus U1E plus U2E. What is the integration of dx bar? It's x bar for limit again 0 to LE is equal to F2E. Is it okay? Let me know.
Yes,
So what I
sir.
will get? AE, EE by LE square. This is minus U1E plus U2E. Okay. This is what? LE minus 0, na? So is equal to F2E, right? So LE minus 0 is LE and this LE gets cancelled. So what is remaining? It's AE, EE by LE, right? Minus U1E plus U2E. Yes or no? Let me know. So is equal to F2E.
F2E.
Okay. Now all of you clearly see this equation. Equation number, let me call this as equation number 2, right? This is our equation number 2. Okay, let's call this as equation number 2. Okay, and let me call this as equation number 3. Okay, all of you see the equation number 2 and 3. Can you see the equation number 2 and 3? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Can you see equation number 2 and 3? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now can I club? See, can I club equation number 2 like this? Can I club the equation number 2 and like this? Okay, so I will write down combining equation number 2 and 3. I will combine the equation number 2 and 3. AE, EE by LE. Is it okay? See here, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. U1E, U2E is equal to F1E, F2E. Can I club it like this? Let me know.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
club it like this? Now tell me what you got now.
Yeah,
What is
me,
this?
sir.
What is this?
Global
It is EME,
EME.
na?
EME, sir.
Say yes or no? This is called as what? EME. How you got this EME? Tell me. How you got this EME?
Equation 2 and 3.
From, right? See, from where you started with this equation. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
D by dx of AE du by dx is equal to 0. So at the beginning, I told you, if you have a governing differential equation, you apply Rayleigh-Ritz method, you will get EME. Okay. So what we have done initially, we have assumed it as an approximate solution. See, let me clear you. Okay. See, initially we have that assume it as an approximate solution. Then what we have done, we have by assuming this as an approximate solution, okay, we have reduced its degree. Okay, then we have write down the equation for u in terms of Lagrangian shape functions. Okay, then we have calculated its derivative, we have considered weight functions as shape functions, we have taken their derivative, we have calculated the value of weight functions at some locations, right? And those values we have put. Okay, and finally we have ended with the what? EME. Is it okay or not? Yes or no? So in the
Yes.
first chapter, you have used these equations directly, right? In the first chapter, you have directly used this equation, but you don't know from where this equation have been derived. So have you understand now from where the equations have been derived? Let me know
Yes, sir.
whether each of you have understand from where this equation is been derived. Because see, in the first chapter, we have used directly E by L1 minus 1 minus 1 1 U1 U2 F1 F2. This is for bar under axial load. For bar under torsional load, Gj by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 theta 1 theta 2 is equal to T1 T2. But you don't know. You many of you have asked me the question, sir, from where this equation have been derived. So these equations have been derived by applying the Rayleigh-Ritz method, okay, for a solution of governing differential equation. So when you solve governing differential equation by Rayleigh-Ritz method, you will get EME. Now see, you have this EME, right? Now you have this EME. Can you apply this EME to every element? Can you apply? You calculate stiffness C. After that, what is the next step?
Yes, sir.
Because that I'm not going to repeat now, because this you already know. See, this particular matrix, it is called as what? Stiffness matrix, right? Into displacement is given by force. Is it okay? So what we will do? We will calculate the stiffness matrix for element number 1. Calculate the stiffness matrix for element number 2. Calculate the stiffness matrix for element number 3. Is it okay? Yes or no? Because see, here there are how many elements? There are 3 elements. So you calculate the stiffness matrix for every element. Once you have that stiffness matrix, you calculate global stiffness matrix, right? So after that, you write down GME, that is global stiffness matrix into displacement is given by force, right? When you write down this equation, you apply boundary condition. Okay, apply boundary condition. See, this procedure we already know. That's why I'm not repeating. You apply the boundary condition. What is the boundary condition? U1 is 0. This is the boundary condition. U at x is equal to 0 is 0. What is U at x is equal to 0? That is nothing but U1. So U1 is 0. So you will get the value of U2. Okay. You will get the value of U3 and you will get the value of U4. This value calculate. After that, you calculate reaction. That is F1. Yes or no? Let me know. Is it okay or not? Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Let me know. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
okay? See, so this is the use of what? Rayleigh-Ritz method. See why it is called as general element, because you consider one of the element okay, which will represent all other element, and for that particular element you have solved the governing differential equation, so that you got this element matrix equation, right? Now this element matrix equation, it is same for all the elements. Okay, then you apply this for element number 1, 2, 3. Once you applied for 1, 2, 3, you calculate global matrix. Okay, when you have this global matrix, you multiply it by displacement, you will get force. So on this equation, you apply boundary condition and calculate the values of displacement. Once you have displacement, you calculate reaction. Yes or no? Understood or not? Let me know. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, each of you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you can
Yes,
see this derivation, it almost take three pages. 3 pages derivation is there, right? Is it okay or not? Okay. So today we stop. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will take the problem on the the problem on Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element. That means we will take one more problem based on this. So you'll be very much clear with this problem. Is it okay? Is it okay to everyone?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.